Let's learn about foreign exchange rate. It will come for 2 to 4 marks. Watch the video at 2x speed because we have an exam tomorrow. What is foreign exchange? In India, we have rupees. In other countries, they don't follow rupees, but they follow their own currency. USA has dollars. European countries, they have pounds. They have euros. I do not know how to draw the symbol, but something like this. Anyways, so they have different currencies. And all these other currencies are called foreign exchange. To reiterate, what is foreign exchange? Remember, one more question. What is foreign exchange? Foreign exchange refers to, write it down, refers to all currencies except the domestic currency. It's a very simple definition, but in exam you need to show off that you know English. So foreign exchange refers to all the currencies, except the domestic currency of a given country. So Shakespeare, remember this, of a given country. Next, we have foreign exchange rate. Foreign exchange is this. It's all the other currencies. But what is foreign exchange rate? Okay, what is foreign exchange rate? It is the rate at which one currency is exchanged for other. Very basic definition. I love economics because of that. Foreign exchange rate at which one currency is exchanged for another. To give a live example, currently $1 is equal to 72 rupees. So $1 equal to 72 rupees. If I wanted a dollar, I'll have to pay 72 rupees to get $1. So I need to sacrifice 70 rupees. I need to sacrifice 72 rupees to gain $1. Got it? Great. This is going to be the basis of all the further concepts that I'll be teaching you. So let's start with currency appreciation. And then we have currency depreciation. What is currency appreciation? Currency appreciation means if you could buy $1 for say 50 rupees. Here you sacrificed 72 rupees. Now you're sacrificing 50 rupees. So your sacrifice reduces. So the currency is appreciating. What currency? The domestic currency is appreciating. Remember, if the domestic currency is appreciating, the foreign country's currency is depreciating. If domestic currency is appreciating, then the foreign currency is depreciating. This is something which you should remember, and this is the perspective that you need to look at. You should always look with the perspective of the domestic currency. So in this, we are going to say currency appreciating. But actually, this can be currency depreciating for the foreign country. So anyways, I've explained this. I'm emphasizing on this because people confuse this in exam. They're like, wait, no, dollar's price is increasing. That means the currency is appreciating. And then they will get so confused. So remember, concentrate only in rupees. Do not give a shit about the dollar. So yeah, sacrifice decreases. Similarly, for currency depreciation, if $1 became rupees 100, so your sacrifice increases. Great. Now, let us understand something else along with that. When you're sacrificing less, you will import more. Why? You're able to get $1 worth of goods for just 50 rupees. You'll be like, okay, wait, let me get more dollars. So since you're sacrificing less, you are going to import more from that country. Let me try to give one more example. Say, for $1, you can buy one chocolate. Great. So as an Indian, if you had to purchase from USA, you are going to pay 72 rupees initially. You are going to pay 72 rupees. But suddenly, you just have to pay 50 rupees for the same goddamn chocolate. You are paying only 50 rupees now. So you'll be like, okay, wait, I have the money. Let me buy 2 chocolate at the cost of 100. You're getting a very good deal. And that is why we are importing more things from USA. And if we are importing more, let's see that perspective. Exports would become less. Exports would become less. How? They have to see, exports is becoming less because initially they were getting 72 rupees for just $1. So let's take the perspective of India. Imagine you had to purchase some snacks for 72 rupees. You are now Jack from USA. You love your country at USA and you had to purchase some Indian snacks. And the Indian snack was 72 rupees in the website. So he's like, okay, 72 rupees, let me spend $1. So he spends $1, he gets the snack. But now, it is still 72 rupees, but he has to spend $2. He has to spend more to get the same 72 rupees. Initially, he spent $1, got the 72 rupees snack. Now, 72 rupees is constant. The cost of the snack is constant, but he has to pay more than $1 because currently $1 equal to 50 rupees. He needs 72. So he has to pay more to get the 72 rupees snack. I hope this concept is clear. Let me just say it very, very quickly. Sacrifice decreases when currency appreciating occurs. Sacrifice of whom? Domestic people. Appreciating of currency of which country? The domestic currency. So domestic currency appreciates, the sacrifice decreases because we are getting more of $1. Before we had to sacrifice 72 rupees. Now we are sacrificing only 50 rupees for the very same dollar. So imports increase, exports decrease. In this case, I'm not going to explain the same concept again. It's the opposite. The imports decrease because you have to sacrifice more. You were getting $1 worth of goods for 72. Now to get the same $1, you have to pay 100 rupees. That is annoying. We have to sacrifice more. So we're like, okay, USA, listen, we don't want the same thing. It's the same price in your website. We had paid 72 rupees, but now we have to pay 100 rupees and that is too much for us, sir. So imports go down. And opposite, exports go up. You know why? Because USA is thinking, shit, before we got only 72 rupees worth of goods for $1, now we are getting 100 rupees goods. Before we were getting 72 chocolates for $1, now we are getting 100 chocolates for same $1. So I want you all to pause the video and write this concept in your own words with these arrow marks and diagrams, because once you understand this, entire chapter is easy. That is it. So currency appreciating, currency depreciating. Now let us understand the next concept, that is supply of foreign exchange. Supply of foreign exchange. What is foreign exchange? All the other currencies except the domestic currency. So I can say it is the supply of dollars. Example. Then we have demand for dollars. Okay, great. Supply of dollars happen when? When we are exporting the goods. When we are exporting the goods, right? So from India, we are sending goods away to USA. The USA people, they will pay us in dollars. We will finally get rupees because it gets converted, but initially they are going to pay us in dollars. So supply of dollars is happening. Okay? And that is a inflow. Remember this. Supply of dollars is happening when we export goods. And if you want to remember in exam, SEI. SEI. Supply, export, inflow. Got it? Similarly, demand for dollars happen when we import the goods, when we import the good, which is an outflow of money, money is going away from our pocket, we are getting the goods, we are paying them in rupees, but they finally get dollars. To pay them in dollars, when we get goods, we have rupees, but we need to pay them in dollars. They will be like, what will I do with rupees? I need dollar. You're like, okay boss, wait, let me convert this rupee into dollars and give it to you. When I am converting the rupee into dollar, I am demanding for dollar. And to give you one more example using a story, I can say supply of dollars happen when USA boy comes to see Taj Mahal. Right? When they come to see the Taj Mahal, they come with their dollars and they pay. And they convert the dollar into rupees. So when a person from USA comes to see the Taj Mahal, they are bringing dollars and they're supplying dollars. Okay? They bring in dollars. So a person from USA comes to see the Taj Mahal in India. So they are coming and they are bringing dollars with them. So supply of dollars. In this case, Indian boy goes to visit Statue of Liberty. And when we go there, our rupee becomes useless because all of them accept only dollars. So we are like, okay boss, give me dollars. We convert our rupees into dollars. That means the act of this conversion is we are demanding for dollars. We're like, bro, give me dollars. And that is when we demand for dollar. Even here, they're bringing their USD, they're supplying it to us, and then we are giving them rupees. That is getting converted. And this is again in the perspective, in the point of view of an Indian person. For the Indian person, for the Indian government, supply of foreign exchange happens when inflow happens. Demand happens when demand happens. So I hope this concept is clear. To you. Quickly summarizing this: supply of dollars, export, which is an inflow. Inflow of what? Inflow of dollars. Demand happens, so this can be like DIO. Demand happens when import happens. Demand for foreign exchange happens when import happens. And when that happens, outflow happens. Outflow of what? Outflow of dollars, because we are paying in dollars, right? Now the next topic is my favorite topic, and that is called foreign exchange market, or in short, Forex. Here is where the buying and selling of foreign exchanges happen. And you're like, bro, why? What is the point of this? Let me give you a quick example of speculation. Imagine you want to make money. Okay? Imagine you have 72 rupees with you. You go to the market and you buy $1. You convert the 72 rupees into $1 today. Okay? And after say 5 or 6 days, the same thing becomes 7 78 rupees for $1. So now you are selling the same dollar for 78 rupees. You purchase $1 for 72 rupees, and when this happens, you are selling the $1 for 78 rupees. So you made a profit of 6 rupees. And that is fun, right? And to give one more example, imagine on 24th February, you purchased $1 for 72 rupees, 72.39. And today, you are selling the same thing for 72.61. So you have a profit of 20 paise. And that is how you make profit in the foreign exchange market. So that is a quick example. So in NCERT, so what are the functions of Forex? Just 3 things, very easy, very quick to remember. Let's do it. Number 1, transfer function. Number 2, credit function. And number 3, hedging function. Transfer is when you are transferring purchasing power. This is the keyword which you need to use in exam. Transferring purchase power. This is nothing more, this is nothing much other than the fact that you are paying someone. This is, in simple words, it is like saying you are paying. In simple words, this is nothing more than, say, an Indian parent pays In simple words, this is nothing more than those places in airports and banks and brokers who take dollars, they convert it into rupees, they take rupees, they convert it into dollars. This is just that, conversion of currency. Nothing more than that. It's a very basic concept. You are just transferring purchasing power. This is the key word that you need to remember. Then you have credit function. This is mainly used for imports and exports. For example, we have Jack in USA. We have Bhavesh in India. Okay? And this guy is the exporter. I am the importer. I want to purchase something from USA. So I contact Jack. And Jack is like, okay, pay me money. I'm like, okay, wait, I don't have money. I forgot about that. So I tell my bank. SBI, yo, I need to purchase this thing from Jack. Okay? Bank is like, cool. Will you pay me? I'm like, yes. See my transaction history, see my bank account. I have the ability to pay you, but later, once I take the goods from him, I'll sell it, then I'll pay you. And the bank is like, cool. So the bank sends a promissory note. Okay? This is just like a bills of exchange chapter. Promissory note, we are saying them that, okay, we promise to pay you such and such amount. And Jack is happy because the bank is given. We cannot fool the bank. Bank cannot say like, okay, you got the goods, I won't pay you. But I could do that. So this is the third party. So then Jack sends me the goods and services. I'm like, okay, I got the goods and services. I pay to the bank money. And then bank pays the money to Jack. And this is how the credit function happens. Next we have hedging. Hedging is fun. So basically, you know that this number changes every day. This foreign exchange rate changes every day. So if I have to purchase say $100 worth of items, today I have to pay 7200. I have to pay 7,200 rupees. But imagine tomorrow this becomes 75 rupees. $1 becomes 75 rupees. So this is today, and tomorrow let us imagine it becomes 75 rupees. So I have to pay 75,000. So I get a loss of 3,000, right? If I had to pay Jack. We agreed on $100. I had to pay only $7,200. But now I have to pay $7,500. That is bad. So we agree. I tell Jack, yo, I'll pay $100 as per the price on 24th March 2021. As per this price, I'm going to pay you. And that is basically hedging function. Agreement to trade on future date at current price. So we are agreeing to trade on future date at current price. So that is basically hedging function, and this is used to protect us from losses. And that is that. And now we have the determination of foreign exchange. This is not in your chapter, but for understanding it is good to know. Determination of foreign exchange. If you know this, in exam you can still write it and you will get marks, because this is a fundamental concept to understand the questions and to answer them properly. But I do not know why CBSE removed it, so I urge you all to still study this, because the question might not come from this, but the answer will be present in this topic. Welcome to CBSE. So determination of foreign exchange. We know the supply and demand graph. The downward line is our demand. So we have the demand curve, we have the supply curve, and in the y-axis we are basically going to have Indian rupees. Okay, in your textbook it will be written rate of foreign exchange, which is a per unit price of US dollars in terms of rupees. So without getting too confused, just understand the concept first. This is rupees. Okay, currently it is 72. If the price goes up, this is the price. Y-axis refers to the price. If the price goes up, say it becomes 75. Price goes up. That means depreciation happened. Right. You have to sacrifice more now. So depreciation occurred. Similarly, if the price went down, appreciation would have occurred. Got it? So remember this. Just because price goes up, it doesn't mean appreciation. All this $1 equal to 1,000 rupees would be very bad. So this is not appreciation, this is depreciation. You have to sacrifice more. So I want you to again remember the notes of this thing, currency appreciation and depreciation. Go back, watch it one more time, and as I explain, write it down. Write it in your own words. That is the best note that you can make. So price, if it increases depreciation, if it decreases appreciation, and you can just move the curves and you can understand what happens when it happens and all that. This is my supply. This is my demand. Currently, the price is here. Let's call it P0. And this is going to be demand and supply. Demand and supply. This is the x-axis. So if the supply increases, it comes to the right side. If supply decreases, it would go to the left side. So anyways, this is supply, the new supply line. Make a new line over here, and this is our P1. So the price decreased, that means appreciation happens. So if supply increases, appreciation happens. Okay, and supply means what in terms of import and export? Let us find out. Supply is export. SEI, export. Imagine currently it is 72 rupees equal $1. Now, so the people in USA are like, oh shit, this is good. Let us ask India to export more. So India is exporting more, USA is importing more. So the exports also go up. But when the export goes up, Indian exporters are not stupid. Like, wait, more people want it. let us get more money from them. So they increase the price of the product, right? And then exports go down. So this is the forces, market forces of demand and supply. So when depreciation happens, exports go up. When export goes up, that means when the supply goes up, then appreciation happens. So it again falls back to 72 rupees for $1. And this is what happens. This is what happens in floating system. In floating system, this demand and supply, these market forces take care of everything. So that is how it becomes constant. So I hope you have understood this example. So you can make your own graph, make your own supply, demand. This is demand, this is supply. Now if you want, you can decrease the demand. So price was here. Now the price went down with the, so if demand goes down, price also goes down. If price goes down, that means we have appreciation. And to give one more perspective to this, demand goes down when we don't want dollars. So we're like, bro, I don't want dollars, it is not useful to me. So people in USA are like, okay, wait, what if we give you $2 for 75 rupees? Take more of my dollars, come, buy it. So this is nothing but $1 for 35 rupees. What is this? Appreciation. Let's go. So demand and this price, they have a direct relationship. Demand and price have a direct relationship. Supply and price. Yes, supply and price have an indirect relationship. And I have no relationship. So that is the chapter. I hope you had fun. Oh, and like I said, this is the floating system when all of this happens by the market forces. There's one more system, not in our syllabus, but that is called fixed system. Then you have managed floating system. Basically in fixed system, we do not have the market forces, but the government. The government has its own reserve and they spend a lot or they collect a lot and they keep it and they can change the price whenever they want as per their will. Managed floating, it's a fusion. It's a mixture of fixed and the market forces. Both of them work together. And yeah, that is the entire chapter. Thank you. I hope you score marks.